Nothing is more important than a changed mind. Not what you're wearing, not your hairstyle, not your nail color, not your house, not your car. Nothing is more important than a changed mind. If you want anything in life, you must first conquer your mind. You must first have a change in your mindset. You see, so many of us get addicted to the patterns and the thought patterns that happen in our mind that we don't even realize how impactful they are in our life. Have you ever heard the quote, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're probably right. And that's because it's what we internalize. What we're saying to ourselves is what we begin to believe. So if we believe that we can, we can. If we believe that we can't, we cannot. So many women get comfortable and embrace those negative patterns. It's almost like they're addicted to them because they feel comfortable. They feel like they're protecting us, when in reality, they're setting us short. They're selling us short. They're keeping us stuck. They're keeping us limited. Is that what you want? I doubt it. The bigger picture is that you must overcome those mindset patterns. And I'm not promising you that it will be easy, but here today I'll share a few tips that can work you through overcoming those mindset patterns. You see, so many of us travel through life with our foot on the brake pedal, and we're wondering why we're not getting anywhere, because it's here. Our mind is keeping us stuck. Our mind is keeping us from going forward. Our mind is keeping us from pursuing our dreams, because all of these thoughts that we don't even really know that we're internalizing are coming through. We're starting to believe them. We're starting to internalize them and make them part of our reality when they don't need to be. We can conquer our minds. My yoga instructor always says, if you can conquer your mind, you literally can conquer anything. See, it's so important that we first work on inward change before we can work on outward change. I could tell my clients all day, oh, you want to feel better? That's okay. Dress up really pretty. Oh, you want to feel better? Change your furniture around. Change the colors on your walls. Do better at work. Try a new project. Read a new book. That's all fine and well. But if we're not addressing what's up here, we're addressing nothing, because all of that stuff is temporary. But what's up here is permanent. Our mindset is permanent, and therefore it's important that we conquer that and make it think positive things and make it work in our benefit instead of working against us. That is imperative for success. In order to really, really work on that, you must first make a choice. You must choose, do I want to be happy or do I want to be miserable? Do I want to make a change or do I want to stay the same? And it has to be a real choice. It can't be because you're like, hey, Nicole is talking about it. That sounds great. And I want to make this shift. It needs to be because you are sick and tired of being sick and tired. You are sick of the mindset, thoughts, and the things that are confusing you or keeping you stuck or keeping you limited. I have so many women who work with, who deal with confusion, insecurity, fear, doubt. And what does that do? That keeps them stuck. I spent, oh my gosh, probably my entire life living like that. 3 years ago, I wanted to start a business. I never did it. All I kept saying was, I'm not good enough. It's not something that's meant to happen for me. It's not something that I'm actually capable of. When in reality, I'm more than capable. I'm more than qualified. God placed me here to make a difference. But all this stuff up here was confusing me. These were thoughts I didn't ask for. But you know what? I didn't put them in control either. I just allowed them to take over my life, and I consumed them. And I ate them like they were daily food. And then before you know it, it's ruining my life and I'm not even knowing what's happening. So the first step is you must decide that you want to be bigger than your thoughts. You want to conquer those thoughts, those negative thought patterns, and you want to make that change. When you really are sick and tired of being sick and tired, you will make that change and you will work to make it happen. Okay. The second step would be to surround yourself with positive people. You see, a lot of times I was surrounded with pessimists, the people, glass half empty people. Stop. Surround yourself with people that are glass full people, okay? Glass half full people. Those are the kind of people, because then they correct you when you say those things like, hey, you know what? There is nothing wrong with you. Or, hey, you know what? You are qualified to do that. Or, hey, you know what? You're doing a great job. In hearing that, you'll begin to start internalizing it, and having them challenge those thoughts that have been there, that have been a pattern for so long, will help you to begin to internalize it and embrace those things, right? And then you'll start to practice those, okay? Because you can't be the negative Nancy in a group of people. If everybody's saying positive things or being very optimistic or having a great outlook and you're the only negative one, it won't last for long, right? And so when you surround yourself with those people, the thoughts, you kind of break out of that pattern a little bit. Look at the people that you're around. They all say you're the average of the top 5 people you spend the most time with. Are those people positive? Do they have their mindset in the right place? Ask yourself these questions and really start to reflect on those things. Third step is do not accept negativity from anybody. That's not fair. You don't have to believe what somebody told you. You don't have to listen to all the bad things. It is your job to embrace the positivity. You do not need any more negativity in your life. Our brain does enough of that on its own. Your job is to surround yourself with people who will be positive and rid yourself of people who will be negative. Those are some major steps. Also, for every negative thought that comes up, think 2 positive thoughts, right? Because this has been a pattern for so long. This has been something you've been used to and comfortable with for so long. And so every time you say, oh, I'm not qualified, think, wow, I accomplished this. Or wow, I'm brave enough to even think of this idea. Challenge yourself with that. Oh, I'm so fat. I'm never going to lose weight. You know what? I've been doing really well. I haven't even eaten any sweets. Or wow, I'm really dedicated to this new lifestyle change. Challenge those thoughts. Stop letting those thoughts sit there and consuming them. They're not good for you. They're not healthy for you. That stuff leads to depression and anxiety and stress. You don't need it. So challenge those thoughts. For every 1 negative thought, practice 2 positive thoughts. And you are going to be shocked to identify how many times a day you're having to do this. A lot of times we don't even know that these thoughts are coming. We've just become so used to them. And then this is my last step. I am doing a confidence challenge over in my Facebook group, bit.ly/FB Clarity Click. And so this is some of the things we're going to talk about is mindset. But the last thing that I'll share with you guys today is to think every thought that you're saying to yourself, is that something you would say to a crowd of people? Would you stand in front of a crowd of people and say, I'm so fat, I'm so unqualified? Would you go into an interview saying things like that when you're looking for a job? Would you say that in front of complete strangers? Probably not. If it's something you would not say to a complete stranger, treat yourself with the same respect. Don't say those things to yourself. So these are some tips that I really want you ladies to understand to work through your mindset. No, it's not something that's going to happen like this. No, it's not something that's going to be easy. It will take work. It will take dedication, but that goes back to step number 1. That's why you actually must be passionate about it. That's why you must make it a priority, because without making it a priority, nothing will change. Without making it important to you, it's not going to change. And so it must first start with you. You must realize that it is important, and you must realize and understand how much power we have sitting right here between our ears. There's so much power there if you just embrace it, if you just change it a little bit. The things that you've been doing haven't been working. Allow yourself to try something new that I've seen work. I've seen with myself. I've seen with my clients. Allow it to change your thoughts. So I'm asking you guys to try these tips today. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever one that you're brave enough to try, okay? It all starts with 1 step in the right direction. No, it's like Martin Luther King. Take the first step, even though you may not see the whole staircase. So start with step number 1, agreeing today that you will start with conquering your mind, okay? And when you start with that first step, then work to step 2, and then work to step 3, and then work to step 4. But let me know how it's going in the process. So I hope that inspired you today. I hope that you ladies are serious about wanting to change your mindset. And I hope that you are serious about fueling your life in the right direction, the direction of your dreams. Have a wonderful day and continue with clarity.